Intro now.
Huh?
Thank you, darling. Is it still recording?
Yeah.
Let me do my intro. Listen!
Can I go?
Let me do my intro, then you can go.
Okay.
Big up Jenny, 2 degrees, you're done now already.
Come on!
That's right. 2 degrees, gang! Really listen to this, because we ain't done a proper intro in time. You know how it is. Lucrative, helping startups stay up. Meal, making sure you're paid up. Describe the podcast. It's cool, it's corporate. It's corporate. And you guys thought I was capping. I started rapping.
Ish.
They wanted me trapping.
Wow.
But I ain't going back in, and I was never in.
Wow.
When I said that there's gonna be a new setup, you thought it was a lie, but I'm the guy. I didn't even have to try.
It's still going on.
I didn't even have to try. I reached for the sky. You get me? You thought I was capping, but I never had a cappuccino. You thought I was capping, but I ain't drink Capri-Sun. You get me?
That is like, it was fun in the beginning, but now you take it. I tell you what, it's just like
You went.
pew. You know what? It was if you had
cappuccino,
stopped at the
yeah.
cappuccino, yeah.
Before the cappuccino.
Okay, before the cappuccino.
Can I, okay, whilst you guys are doing it, can you move those wires?
Again, do you get me? You know what it is. Big up behind the camera, Jenny. You know what it is. She's incognito. But I told you we were going to be back with a different setup. I told you we we're going to have special guests, and we have Esther on, like she says. I told you we're going to have other people on. We have Daniel on. You get what I'm trying to say? I told you I have a trim, but you didn't know that it was going to cut you. You didn't know it was going to slice you.
That loud.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't
Speak
hear
up,
you.
we can't
I
hear
can't
you.
hear you.
Wow. No, you know what, yeah.
What?
No, you know what,
Love
yeah.
that for you.
Trust me. So that's the intro for you guys. Intro for them head top. You don't know. You get me? But obviously we have Esther. Esther, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Esther.
Trust me. That's it. And we have Daniel.
I am diligent Dan.
Diligent.
I was no, but you didn't tell me.
Okay, let's try again. Let's
You didn't tell me this was
try
going
again.
to do.
Lucrative, helping startups stay up.
From the beginning. Do that.
This intro.
The beginning was very long.
Yeah, trust me.
You rapped. You did the whole 16 bars. We
So you
can't
guys
do
go
it.
on. That. What
No, we
beginning?
don't want to.
Just go. Just introduce them again.
Okay, Esther, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Esther.
Esther.
No, that's not the bar.
So then what, let's go, like, I don't get
I
it.
wanted to join in with the diligent.
Daniel,
Diligent Dan.
No, come on, guys! Don't exclude me.
Diligent.
I'm also on this podcast.
and on today's topic, why does everybody feel like they need to be included?
Wow.
I threw it. Why do we feel this kind of urge that we have to be included
But
in
nobody likes to
everything?
be left out. If you've brought me along to something, how can you bring me along to something and then decide that you're going to exclude me from certain parts?
Yeah, but why are you not okay if you weren't included?
Okay, would you be okay if you're not included?
Yes.
Esther.
No, real you.
Fun episode.
Yeah.
You yourself, you'd be okay if somebody brought you to something and then the whole group went to do something else and they left you on the sidelines.
I would be able to get through it.
I didn't say I wouldn't be able to get through. I'm just saying I don't want to be excluded. It's not about I'll be okay. But at the moment, I would not like to be excluded.
Daniel looks like, when two siblings are having an argument and you don't know what to say.
You can't pick a side.
that's-
Just in you.
Yeah, I'm joking. First of all, thanks for you guys coming on.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys thinking of it so far?
Of the podcast.
Yeah, in general.
Of basically the episodes that you have.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy it. I feel like I like the dynamic and I like the conversation. Obviously the laughter, because all I do is laugh since I've sat here. That's all I'm doing.
I feel like me and Dave, sometimes if you looked at what our notes, what we're gonna come and talk about, it would just be jokes.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It would just.
I don't think we really. Sometimes we plan a topic and we end up talking about something else.
Yeah. But you know what? I really wanted to talk about something that me and Dave spoke about last time. I'm gonna throw this question out. If you could manage. Don't mess up the question. If you could manage anybody in any industry, like there's football managers, there's sports managers and stuff. If you could manage anybody in any industry, what would you manage?
What are you managing there?
Like for
Their talent or their
be
finances?
everything. Like you're like the same way footballers have managers like of a club or agents,
agent
or like a musician's manager.
Okay.
Who would you manage? Like what industry? What would you manage?
Let me throw it over to Daniel.
Hey,
I think the best person to manage would be an up and coming boxer. So someone like Ryan Garcia. He's a young, because the thing is he's marketable.
Yeah.
He's good with social media. He's good with the ladies. He's good at the sport. So all you have to do is just, lack of a better term, shepherd him out of trouble, because he's good with
Daniel's gone into pastor mode.
Already.
Ding 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 ding. He's gonna shepherd the person he's managing. I love it. No. Be you, bro.
because if the kid has got everything sorted, he's got the social media sorted, he's quite influential, he's good at the sport, he fights well, and he's well spoken, he's good with his money, because I know who Ryan Garcia is. All you just have to do is just prevent him from being like a Floyd who gets into problems with domestics. Almost like just be there to make sure that you are on the good path, stay on the good path.
I like that. Just very good. Esther, we throw it back to you.
I think I would not go towards like the sports side. I think I'll stay within like the social media realm, because I feel like that's what's up and coming, and they have a special kind of like task in a way that they can dip into other things. Like just because you're a YouTuber, they have brands, they can make fragrances, they can make merch, it's open to dip into other kind of industries. So I think with them being up and coming, like you can kind of get into more than one thing with it. So I think I'll go around.
Quite lucrative.
Yeah, it will be lucrative. So
you can say it would be kind of like make it lucrative.
I just took your joke and
But
I extended it.
But in the wrong direction.
You can't manage me. You can't manage me. Are you gonna still stick with tech?
Is that wise? Yeah. Actually,
Don't change it up.
No. Why?
No, because I don't want you to lose the essence of.
No. You know why I wasn't gonna say tech anymore? I was gonna say there was something else. I was having a conversation with someone, and at some point, like 10 years ago, tech was very like. It was not many people were like branching into it. I don't know if it's because people just thought, it's just a lot of work or there's a lot of like schooling involved. But now it's quite saturated. There was another area that I was thinking of, but just because I can't remember, I'm just going to stick with tech for now because with the advancements of like social media and stuff, there's a lot that you can do within tech. You can branch into like advertisement. You can branch into many different things. You can actually be quite techie, or with all the
people who got into tech early. Have really
benefited.
Because I remember Gary Vee said something. He was just like, I think 10 years ago, he said that you're gonna have dating sites online, and they laughed at him. Do you get me?
Mad.
And we've gone from Tinder to Bumble,
and then just
to
look at the pandemic as well.
You get me?
There was that whole conversation with about Zoom and stuff. Like apparently it was there. I think it was you that told me it was there before the pandemic. But people weren't using it, and you said she was using it.
I'm not laughing, man.
Hey, Daniel! Daniel! Is this what we're doing? But then the pandemic hit, and then they were just long before. I don't know if Microsoft Teams was there, but I from what I know, and just maybe the knowledge is wrong. I think they picked up what they did in terms of Microsoft Teams because of Zoom. Because a lot of companies were using Zoom, but even like where I work, they don't use Zoom. They use Microsoft Teams instead. So tech is good, but what did you pick again? Because you think yours is the best answer?
Hairdressers.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
I would manage a hairdresser. You see, Daniel's looking at me funny, but do you know, like, the numbers that some of these good hairdressers are doing? Like, do you know how much they're charging for stuff? Do you get me? Like, Esther's with the fresh hair over there. Ask her how much she paid for it. Do you get me? Even
it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but my mom still hasn't forgiven me.
No, but even now, like, your good barber is charging from like £20 upwards. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
And it's not an all-day thing, so they can get a couple of customers in.
Fam, these hairdressers are eating money. From when people are telling me they're buying bundles of hair for 6 bills. I said it already. Any of you up and coming hairdressers, if you have a business plan, please send an email. The details will be here right there. We'll be able to develop that plan, scale it up to a new level. But my problem with this like kind of hair industry that I really wanted to get into, a lot of young businesses people, they don't have respect.
No, 100% not.
Yeah.
That's all they have is the talent. But have is the talent, really.
Because I've been able to see that, okay, you know what, as much as you're good at what you're doing, bro, manners are important.
100%.
Listen, I won't lie to you, before the pandemic, yeah, because I ain't been to TGI's in a bit, but the problem I had with TGI's, I'm always tipping there. Their customer service is too good.
Yeah, they do try.
Like, it literally gets me angry because I'm going out of my way to tip them. Last time I tipped £15. Cheers!
Wow.
I'll be
Pulling.
there, Lord.
Yeah.
15. I was just like, take that. I was like, take that. But it's like, what? Obviously, Daniel, you might, okay, you go to barbers, obviously the trims fresh and stuff like that, yeah. Like, what experience have you guys got to that is like, and I want to specifically in that industry, that kind of stuff that you've seen that's put you off. Do you get me? Like, I won't lie, like, I've gone to barbers, yeah, and stuff. It's like, you know it. You'll get there. You'll wait. Like, you'll book an appointment, but you'll wait. That's why I say, shout out Maves with the fade. You get me? Because he faded me with a drop fade, and he's always on time. You get me? He never declines anything.
Oh, no.
You get me?
Oh, okay.
But it's just like, I've been to some barbers, yeah, and literally one barber told me he has to go to the bank.
In the middle. You know what?
Yeah, like right before me, he literally said he had to go to the bank to deposit money. And I was just sitting there, just like, oh, okay, no problem.
But yeah, you have to. But I thought we had graduated. I don't know about you yet, but when you were younger and you had to go to like your aunties or something to do hair, like, and even up until like when I go and get my braids, before I started doing them myself, when I used to have to go and get them done, you'd have like, I'd go to like people who, no shade because the hair was done well, but you'd go there like, I'm looking after my grandchild, I'm looking after this, I have to stop to go and make food, I have to pop out quickly, I'm on the phone, give me a second, I'll be back, oh my leg, I'm tired, give me, like all of this, then you end up, you're there from like 9 until 9. And I think the bad customer service has changed into another thing because the younger girls aren't doing that, but what they are doing is all these little stipulations, and if you're 20 minutes late, that you have to give me half the fee, it's non-refundable. If you can't have your hair washed, cane road, and already styled before you come and let me do the hair.
Like, let me just oil it.
Yeah, just all of that. I'm not really ready to do all of this. And the prices, I always said this, I have a friend, love her to pieces, and she's everything's on point, but she £700-800 for like
for hair, bro.
It's never that deep.
It was that deep because when you saw the hair,
the
then you
thing
realized
is,
that.
it's never that deep.
Of course it is, Esther. Of course.
Because there's somebody who does it for less to that same standard.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Listen.
Are you sure?
Listen. If they want to do it to that price, yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't
But
mind.
for me, with that price has to come the complete package.
Yeah, thank you. The price is included in the price is the actual the service, and then the customer service as well. You can't just be there just shouting on top of my head. You're just there just talking anyhow, just mishandling me, and then because you went to do some nice, I don't know, wig on top of my head, then I should be accepted.
Because like you said, that's the only time I say that, okay, you know what? Not having good customer service affects your business even more. Because you have somebody that's down the road that says, well, what she's going to do for £700, I'm going to do for 30.
Wow, the price of
But that was a jump.
That's a jump.
Guess what? I'm going to that.
I think people are charging £30 to
Yeah,
cane your hair for under a wig, you know?
Yeah.
30.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
I cane row my own hair under a wig, but it's dawned on me recently that some girls don't know how to cane row well enough
I
to go under
told
a
you
wig.
when I spoke to the girl, I said she doesn't know how to cane roll and she doesn't know how to plait. Do you get me?
Yeah, but that's the problem. When you
Yeah,
go,
but why are you going into? I don't understand how you're going into a wig making business and a wig putting on business. I don't know what they call it, putting on the wig and stuff. Thank you, and installing a wig. If you can't do the cane row.
No, it's not that she's going into that business. I'm saying that during the pandemic, you know, like how everybody was doing stuff by themselves, DIY. Do you get what? She didn't know how to plait or do anything like that. So she needed, like, they can tell her any price.
You know why I can. If you're younger now, like I'd say 25 and down, or even less, 20 and down, I can say I understand why you don't have to cane row. But I don't understand. I hate doing that because it makes me seem very old. But my age group, I'll just put it like, when we were younger, we didn't have wigs. You did cane row or you did plait. So I don't understand how you never
colours.
Or with the colour. That was our wig time. Do you understand? So I don't understand how you didn't learn to do one or the other. Don't laugh at me. Why are you guys laughing? I remember it. And then brush yeah. Then you brush your hair on top of it. That's where we came from.
Hey.
Look, we set the standard for wigs. Do you understand? The next generation came and said, "I'm not doing that. We need something better."
Daniel, did your parents cut your hair?
No, I always had a barber.
Really?
Really?
Bougie.
Mummy cut my hair.
Yeah, I cut hair once. Remember?
Yeah, so on the newspaper.
With a comb with the blade.
Yeah, and then I thought I could do
You never got that?
Never had that.
Even when you were back in Nigeria?
I don't have much of a memory
Yeah, I'm just trying
of
to
Nige, but when I was in Nige, like secondary school, we had a barber.
But when you were in Nigeria, you were rich though, kind of.
I wasn't poor.
They're rich.
It's
you know.
a different way of saying that I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
money.
Rich people say, "Oh, I'm comfortable."
You
I'm
didn't, you
not
didn't come to
poor."
this world to suffer, did you?
My parents did a good job.
Yeah.
Does customer service affect in your tutoring business?
It's probably the hinge of it because I have students who it's my birthday today who I've actually messaged.
Happy birthday, Daniel. See how you just threw that in there for no
For
reason.
no reason. Even today,
I wanna see how it's relevant.
I've had students who messaged me. So that's the relevance. So there was no relevance. So I mean, because you need to have a relationship with the parent for them to even let you have their child more than once. But the first date is a tester. Then I mean, the child will like you because you're new, but the parents need to now like you to come back next time. So customer service, the way you present yourself, the way you look at the mom and the dad, the way you smile at their dead jokes, the way you make them feel like, I'm serious, you have to learn to do these things because otherwise, if you try and be a real person when you're going there, you might make them uncomfortable with you.
Never see you again.
So you know, a 2-2 Chelsea joke, because I'm a Chelsea fan, you know, he's an Arsenal fan. I can't retaliate with saying your team's dead. So I just had to say, Arsenal doing well. So stuff
Is it
like
that
that.
deep that you feel the urge to do that? Even
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, so you just laugh at it. You know, one day you win the trophy, never. But so customer service has really been good. It helps build relationships as well. Because with my students, many of them are 20 now that I was teaching a couple of years ago, and now they're doing things with your lives. So they check in every now and again. Daniel, this is what I'm doing. What do you think about stuff like this? So customer service with tuition is necessary for it to be successful. Otherwise, you will go there once, you will teach once, and never go back. But the ones you get for like 3 years of teaching a child is based on.
and it puts money in your pocket at the
Is
end
the
of the day.
tutoring business booming?
It was booming prior to COVID.
I can write you a business plan.
Yes, please, because even this coming September, I'm trying to go proper back into it. Because
That's
Speak to
good.
me after.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No, it's literally.
Literally, you have to do with your hands, isn't it? Like,
No, literally, I feel like a lot of businesses would scale up faster if they just knew how to build rapport, communicate with people. People like, I don't know why like manners isn't like
the
a part of.
yeah,
Do
it's
you get what I'm
big
trying to say?
top of
Your
your priority, I don't
business
get it.
is dealing with people. Do you get me?
But I feel like that's what a lot of people don't understand. Let's say in my generation, but let's put it this way, because a lot of people have
Or
an
Gen Z.
understanding. Yeah, Gen Z baby. A lot of people have an understanding that it's like, okay, this is me, take me as I am. But they don't. When you go into business, it's not like
it's
that.
true. You can't.
And they don't
It's
have
the
that
silliest thing
that
I've ever met.
understanding of their surroundings, that emotional intelligence.
This
to
shows
know
our age gap.
that this is like you're dealing with people now. You can't just act anyhow. Like you need to. Firstly, like Daniel said, when he speaks to the parents, he doesn't speak the same as when he speaks to the child. Know who you're speaking to, know how to speak to them, and all these different. You can't just stand up and be like, "This is me. Take me as I am."
Another thing I want to add is show that you care about the person. Like a barber is almost like a therapist.
Back in the day,
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of
Modern
like
day barbers, I mean, the one I have, he's always on the phone with me. He cuts my hair well, so I go there. But other barbers, they ask you about your relationship. One of the first things they talk about, they speak about baby mama drama, speak about finances.
Everything.
You hear everything in the barbershop. You have arguments. Who's the best football player? Who So you have to.
Conspiracy theories, they love it. In the
COVID is
barbershop.
fake because it stopped the business. So it's all about if you are a business person and you have clients, you have to do more than just serve them or offer service in terms of here's my barber, I'm cutting your hair. You have to show you care. You have to be interested, in what they do. So if you are a barber or a hairdresser person, as you're doing these things, have a conversation. 2 weeks down the line, you can message them again, and that could remind them of you as the
Like a follow-up.
Yeah, as a follow-up.
That's part of
because at that point, the hairline is trying to check again. The trim is becoming dead again. Okay, I need to get a trim probably next week. Then you can book a new appointment for the following week. So stuff like that really does help. You have to care.
I think there's nothing worse than going somewhere where you have to sit down for a couple of hours, whether it's to do your nails, whether it's to do makeup, whatever,
In silence.
and just have not even silence. Silence would be fine because when I get an Uber, I don't want you to talk to me. But you know, just that kind of like
Even Uber drivers try, you know.
Standoffish kind of like I don't like you're rude. It's uncomfortable. You try and talk about something like they have no personality. They don't know how to relate. They have no worldly knowledge. They just nothing. Like you have you can't hold a conversation. What are we doing here?
But so many people.
But I have to sit here for 10 hours to do pick a. To do not less.
When you think about hairstyles like single plaits, all of these things, passion twists, what is like popular now? It's not a 1-2 hour hairstyle. You're sitting down for
part
a
of me coming back to you is not just I know that when I come I'm gonna have a good time, you're gonna offer me a little juice.
Right.
You're gonna we're gonna have something, I've got updates for you, this time,
exactly.
all of those kinds of things. But I'm here where I've always sat in silence or I'm trying to talk to you. You have no knowledge.
Think about
your house is dirty.
Your child just threw up on me. Like it's all these like I'm not blaming you for having a child this idea, but I feel like if you wouldn't take your child to work.
Yeah.
You wouldn't take your child to your workplace. So if your workplace is now your home, I think stuff like that, it has to be sorted, unfortunately. And you know what? Sometimes you let those things slide if the quality of service is good and the customer service is good. Do you understand?
Bro, you let the price slide when...
How are you going to tell me that I can't come 20 minutes thingy, but you stopped 4 times already, it's been 2 hours.
That's what I'm saying. And
so where's the 20 minutes?
Any prior knowledge of this child being here, you don't know.
I'm surprised I walk in here, your twins and your 4 toddlers.
I'm not allergic to kids, but like, if your client is coming to your house, if a client is coming to your house, you have to make them aware, okay, I'm going to be babysitting, is that okay? Like, you can't just expect
then
me
you
to
also
be okay
give me
with
some
it.
leeway.
The one that kills me, can you braid the ends?
They only do that to young people. Like as a big woman, you can't go there and expect like big.
I'm paying for a service.
Can you imagine if your
Why am
mama
I
told you
braiding my own hair?
can you just shape up your?
It's just like, can you finish the fade?
Yeah, or that's the same. It's
take the line out there.
That's the point. You know what? Like I said last time, is that some people also lack hard work. Like they're not prepared for the amount of work that goes into what they're doing. You've got 4 clients in the day. You're doing knee-length knotless braids. That's going to take you some time.
And you're taking the money already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You spent it, so the money's not really sitting there as an incentive.
£20 non-refundable deposit
every minute.
Even other businesses like baking, cooking, every other business, this can all be applied to that kind of business.
100.
Someone said, okay, bake me a birthday cake. You've given them the birthday cake. You need to have a birthday to the person.
Yeah,
Where's
things
the
like
wisdom?
that.
Where's the wisdom?
Here is the cake. You even remember.
Gems. It's just gems.
Come on, drop it. Honestly.
If you cook for someone, ask them how the food is. Get a review. Check in with them. If you cook something new on your own, show them a picture. Do you like the way this looks?
Send some
Build
samples.
relationships.
This is what bigger companies and stuff
interact with your people. You
100%.
need them.
Your regular customers, they should get some kind of incentive, something. You've been coming here. Maybe if you've got a customer who's been coming to you for like a couple of years, and maybe this time it's their birthday, you can say, you know what, I'll knock off the price for you because you're regular. I need you as much as you need me, and you've been feeding me the same way. Do you understand? Mum said something to me once, and she was just like, she was talking about healthcare though, and she was like, the reason, I don't know if you saw not recently, but every now and then you get these stories about these homes where the old people live, they're being abused or like children. I heard some horrible story about some woman who's been killing kids and stuff. But she was just like, these kind of jobs, and I would relate that to every business. You have to have a passion for it. You have to love people to do some kind of thing. Healthcare, have you seen some of the things that they have to do? You have to have a passion. So same as this, I think, same as like
when
care
I was a chef, like I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Like my head chef always calls me to come back, but I just like, it's not fair on the people eating the food. No, because I don't.
Can you just
care.
as a disclaimer? Can you just say you didn't do anything nasty?
I didn't do anything nasty, but I didn't care. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like I just didn't care, and I cooked the food with no care. Like there was no care at all. No, seriously, I want you to say his name.
He's still a chef. Please leave him in his job.
That would be so awkward.
But you don't even want to say. I remember being, because you're talking about your generation. I remember being like 17, got a job in Marks and Spencer's, and at that time, that was gold. You get me? Because they were paying $7.50 at the time, when everyone was paying $5.25. You get me? So
$5.25.
Yeah, man. It was hard.
Listen. You haven't suffered in life. $5.25 was minimum wage.
And for our age, even, I think it was different.
Yeah, minimum wage has age.
Yeah, but so
Hold on, this is part of the thing.
Wasn't great.
In case this hasn't been recording all this.
It hasn't been recording, then we're done for the evening. I told you I will walk off and I'll knock
You guys look good, man.
Oh, thank you.
I want to look good like you guys. Anyway, I was saying about the market.
Get there one day.
That was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
Come back again. last time on
Trust
Get everything off your chest. Get me? No, what I was saying is,
Timing.
yeah, we're done.
Okay.
And what I was saying is, when I was at Marks and Spencer's, they were so like literally when you're on the till, your manager's standing there with a clipboard. Yeah. Afterwards, he'll put after shift. This customer in the red top, you didn't smile at them. You didn't ask them if they needed help with this. You didn't ask them how their day went. And Marks and Spencer's has been at the top of the food chain for long. Waitrose at the top of the
look at the
you get what I'm
places
saying?
that are closed,
Like,
and they're still going.
that's why their business is still going and they can expand and they get a
And you
retailer
know
of the year. They get this
what's funny
accredited
about them
awards. Like,
is that as a larger company, you would think that they wouldn't have to put that much effort because you're already big. Do you understand? You would think that, okay, the smaller companies need to put that in and the bigger companies don't, but they live off that. They know how important word of mouth is. You know the
why
word,
it's so funny?
I don't want to go into the Bible, but the word says, you know, a good name is better than riches. You understand?
me.
So they
Kabaya!
understand that.
That's Daniel's line. Every day, kabaya.
So
it's
I think, you know what, even if you are not as good as, I'm going back to the hair stuff, not as good as some of your counterparts, if you put in that little extra customer service, those little tidbits here and there, you'll see that you'll become a league above the
I
rest.
feel like another problem with that though is that a lot of people don't want to hear that what they've done can use improvement.
Hypersensitivity.
Like everybody's so sensitive. Like this is my craft. I put my heart into it. And
You didn't. Your heart is in your chest.
Like even going back to like let's say cooking and stuff. If your chicken is dry, your chicken is dry. Like if your client has to just work on what you're doing, work on how you're seasoning. Like actually
Everybody
try
thinks
and
everything's
improve
attacked.
yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody is attacking you. If your client is telling you something is not good, it's for you to better yourself for the
You're a
next
stranger.
client.
Why would I just come
It's
and
not
say
like,
something that upset
I
you?
don't want to comment. I'm not a bitter person. I don't want to comment.
Just come out. No, I feel like
But I feel like when you take people's criticism on board, whether they said they're nice or not, but like when you take it on board and you improve yourself, that's because like you, Mark and Spencer's, who cares? You know what I mean? They didn't have to give you criticism, but they did, and then you have to take it on board, and then your service becomes better. So I feel like a lot of people are too hypersensitive. Like, please don't say that because it takes.
You know why? Because it's not a big business yet. It's just them. No, you know because
I don't have superpowers.
Hey, Danny, what's happening?
Sorry.
Oh, is it another generational thing?
No,
bro, I didn't know what they were talking
Yeah.
about.
I never not had that song. It cost that much because it takes me
Hours. Yeah.
Hours.
It cost that much 'cause I
Have
I've
superpowers.
not heard that bit.
And if you
Because you know, because the first bit is so
Yeah.
profane
Yeah.
that I never listen to the next bit. As soon as I hear it on the thing, I just
sorry,
yeah.
Pastor.
Cheese.
Sorry, Pastor.
You know why? Because it's a
She's a
juxtaposition.
pastor, she's
The
a
song is very
pastor.
happy, but then there's like a big old swear word in the middle of it. It's just a bit mad.
Whose song was that? I think Justin Bieber and Wizkid's Essence. Justin Bieber started singing. I heard it, I just turned it off. I can't
Because
actually.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. So we've come to the end of this podcast.
Thank you.
Make sure you like, subscribe. You know what Daddy was on. You like, subscribe.
honestly.
Justin Bieber, if you want to come on the podcast, we invite you. Don't.
Hey!
You get me?
Baby,
Thank you for you guys coming
He's
in.
graduated from that then.
Yeah, he's a big
Oh.
man now. He's a father now, isn't he?
Cause if you like.
Make sure you like, subscribe, share, send a comment. You know what time it is. Lucrative, helping startups stay up, meal, making sure you're paid up. Describe the podcast. It's cool. It's corporate. It's corporate. You're done now. Jesus Christ.